Brad Williams, XL Prime, match letter to number. Similar to a couple other tutorials, we're going to use indirect and the mid function. We're also going to combine the VLOOKUP. Look at the letter here, and we're going to convert it over to letters. Here, convert letters to numbers. You can use a list formula based on the TEXTJOIN and VLOOKUP functions, along with a numeric translation list to perform the required lookups. Here is the formula. We're going to have a TEXTJOIN, a VLOOKUP is true, and then we're going to wrap this into an if. In other words, VLOOKUP is going to have its lookup value and then its lookup range, and then we have a name range over here, score 1005, which is going to be this E to F. Talking points, this formula uses a list operation to generate a list of letters from the input text, converts each letter individually to a number, then matches all numbers and returns the output string. Using mid, row, len, and indirect, we parse the input series into a list of letters. Mid, B5, row, indirect, here's indirect, and len B5. Len returns the length of the text input, which is concatenated with 1 and passed as text to indirect. The indirect function reviews the text as a row reference, and the row function returns a list of numbers to the mid function. Mid B5 1 2 3 4 1. Mid then extracts a single character from each starting position, resulting in TEXTJOIN and then VLOOKUP 1 ETGH score. We're asking VLOOKUP to simultaneously find a match for A, B, and C. We must avoid referencing this list for whatever reason. So we use the T and if functions. After running the VLOOKUP, we have TEXTJOIN and then 7138. TEXTJOIN returns 7138. To generate a number as the final output, add 0. The mathematical operations will force the series to become a number. To add the numbers together rather than list them, replace TEXTJOIN with sum as follows. Here, is this what this beast looks like? And then if we want to go in here and take a look here, we'll just go to this logical test here. Value of true, F9. We're going to see that EFGH. Value of false, well, that's not applicable. And go deeper into this thing, we'll go to the row function, reference. F9, here we're going to have just a bunch of numbers, 1 to, well, 100, like we saw before. And then all we're doing is converting those over, convert all that stuff over to this. This is our final, our logical test, value of true, EFG, and then VLOOKUP is going to do its thing. And lookup value, here's our lookup value, EFG. Finally, we're going to change this thing over. We have this delimiter and ignore empty, and then our text, F9. This is what we converted over. Got it? Read it. Tear this thing apart piece by piece. The logic is a little crazy here. This indirect is stubborn. In other words, logically, we're trying to figure out, well, how do we convert? Well, the mid function is carrying a lot of weight here. F9, start number. There's your start number, 1 2 3 4. Brad Williams, XL Prime.